Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Movie Mayhem. And today we're going to talk about, this is episode number 2, and let's talk about Back to the Future Part 2. And I'm going to be doing some series here at the beginning of movies to talk about, because definitely I'm not going to be holding up the physical copies of these discs and showing you that I have them, but I have definitely seen them. I've watched a lot of movies. I was a movie nut. When I was single and a bachelor before I got married, I was watching movies out the ass. And I really, watched a lot of movies. And Back to the Future Part 2, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion, a lot of people would probably pick the first one, but I picked the second one. It's my favorite of the entire trilogy, Back to the Future. And the thing that gets me is the beginning of the movie starts out with a bang. Doc shows up, pulls him back to the actual future, and you get to see Marty McFly's son, daughter, what happens in the future, and some futuristic things are on the screen, and it's really the first depiction in the mainstream I've seen of futuristic things. And in this day and age, we've seen a lot of that come and go through the mainstream movies and such like that. And Back to the Future 2 does a good job of giving you a taste of, hey, this could be what it's like. I just love the movie. Like, I honestly could watch Back to the Future Part 2 probably once a week and still be entertained by it, if even once a month, and still be entertained by it, because I think it's that good of a movie. It's definitely a 10 on my scale. I believe it's probably in my top 5 movies of all time. So I really, really love this movie. Please let me know what you think about this movie. I mean, I think every star in this movie does a commanding performance. The person that plays Biff and plays all the characters that he does in this movie. Basically, this movie is basically about, it starts off, he just got back from the trip from Back to the Future 1. He comes home, and as soon as he gets home, here comes Doc flying in, and it leaves off from when they started, where he sees his dad go in the house having his arm around his mom, and that's when Doc shows up. And you even get the taste of this at the beginning of the first movie, so there's going to be a sequel. And they go to the future, and it has something to do with this kid getting into trouble, and Biff's son, or grandson in the future, getting Marty McFly's son in trouble. I think it's Marty McFly Jr. is what his name is in the future, and getting his kid in trouble and goes to jail. And that's the whole purpose of them going to the future, and they stop that, but they call it something else, because Marty goes and gets a certain thing that causes the past to be changed. So it screws up the entire thing, and they have to go back to 1955. They had to go back to 1955 again, and they had to stop something from happening there. So I don't want to give anything away if no one's ever seen it. But the whole purpose of that, it's pretty simple, because they tell you right in the thing that, hey, had something to do with your kid, going to jail. So I'm not giving anything away there. But it's a great movie. It's all around a great movie, and it's intense all the way through. There's action sequences all the way through, suspense. Is he going to do this? What's happening here? Oh my God, there's a cameo from the first movie, like all over the place. Like, there's people from the first movie you see all throughout the movie. The characters are basically there in every single, movie, and even in the third one, I'll talk about that. Like, a lot of characters show up in there, because they're supposed to be like the Wild West version of the characters. It's kind of funny. Think about it. I'll talk about a couple of instances when we're going to review Back to the Future Part 3. But yeah, I can't talk. Back to the Future Part 2, definitely a 10 on my scale of how exciting it is, and should you check it out? Most definitely. Back to the Future Trilogy, like I said, you should check it out. It's a series worth watching. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out. At least check out 1 and 2, and if you start watching 3, if you don't like it, then that's fine. I can accept that, because, because 3 is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. It's entertaining, though. 3 has grown on me, so I'll talk about that in the next review. But if you like this video, hit that like button. Make a comment about what you thought about Back to the Future Part 2, and how do you think it'll last over the test of time, just like I asked in the last video. about the original lasting through the test of time. And like I said, this video is, this movie is getting close to being 30 years old, and it's still highly, very entertaining. I can't talk. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hope you watch the next video, and keep on watching this channel. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Keep rocking, guys.